Manchester United have made 4 signings this summer, but there is still work to be done. It is an open secret for the rest of Manchester United's transfer window that a defensive midfielder is next on the agenda, and Manuel Ugarte remains the priority number 1 for United in midfield this summer, and it is a move which would complete the window. After adding Matthijs de Ligt and Mazraoui in a double deal this week, midfield remains the only position of weakness yet to be strengthened. Ugarte is keen to move to United as soon as possible, which means only the hurdle of an agreement with PSG standing in the way. This follows reports earlier this week which suggested Ugarte's agent was in England for talks with United. Now, the Parisians have dropped a pretty telling hint over the deal. Still, at PSG, despite it looking likely United will come to reach a deal eventually, the defensive midfielder will be eager to see a deal done as soon as possible. Ugarte has been excluded from PSG training over the past few days as they prepare for the opening Ligue 1 game of the season. Now, to little surprise, he has also been left out of the matchday squad for PSG's opening game of the season. After revealing this, Romano made it clear that Ugarte wants United, and the deal is absolutely on with the player clear on joining the FA Cup champions. To add to the positive news around Ugarte's move, HITC's transfer expert Graham Bailey has provided us with some comments on the situation. Understand that whilst trying to sort out Joao Felix's deal, Jorge Mendes is in talks with United and Luis Campos at PSG as he tries to get a deal finalised for Ugarte. Mendes is confident that a deal will be done for Ugarte, which is one reason why Ugarte is not currently entertaining offers from elsewhere. He wants to move to Old Trafford. With Mendes taking a leading role in negotiations, we imagine sooner or later there will be a breakthrough, hopefully in time for Game Week 2 in the Premier League. How desperate Ugarte is to make United his next club also speaks volumes about the mentality he will bring to Old Trafford. Only Paris Saint-Germain's asking price remains a stumbling block, forcing United to pivot from the chase initially. United need to sell some players to be able to afford Manuel Ugarte, so Fabrizio Romano's recent update on the future of a marquee United star could be significant. PSG have been adamant about getting their asking price for Ugarte, who has been deemed expendable by the club. Therefore, United have sought creative ways to make a deal work, with a loan with an obligation to buy mooted, or more ambitiously, a swap deal. The latter became a more realistic option when the French side inquired about the availability of Jadon Sancho earlier in the window. The situation hasn't developed since, and the player is also back in the United squad, strengthening their hand in negotiations, but Romano's update on the developing situation has left the door open. He said, understand Jadon Sancho's future remains open, as things could still happen before the end of the summer window. PSG spoke to players' camp in July, but no formal bid sent to United, while clubs remain in contact for Ugarte. There are also more options, no decision made yet. United started the window with a price tag of £40 million on Sancho, but that was when the player was a written-off asset. Since then, he has not only returned to the team, but impressed in a new role too, so United could be well within their rights to increase their asking price, which leads us to Ugarte. This has all the makings of a transfer that goes down to the wire on deadline day. A game of poker has begun between United and PSG, and on the table both clubs have one valuable chip each, named Sancho and Ugarte respectively. Whoever blinks first and gives their hand away could ultimately determine the winner of this deal, but so far United have played it well. It would have been unthinkable at the start of the summer that Sancho would be a bargaining chip at all, let alone a stronger one than Ugarte. Ugarte's clear stance on wanting Man United has also helped further the club's cause in the negotiations, as United are not in a bidding war. Not wanting to bid against themselves is an understandable stance to take, and with PSG in the situation with Ugarte at United were with Sancho at the beginning of the window, the Red Devils hold all the cards. Meanwhile, Jamal Musiala sends message to Joshua Zirkzee after his memorable Manchester United debut. Joshua Zirkzee made it a debut to remember as Manchester United defeated Fulham in front of a packed-out Old Trafford. An excited crowd of Manchester United fans became intensely nervous as the Premier League's opening fixture neared its climax. Substitute Joshua Zirkzee saved the day, scoring a winner after a cross from Alejandro Garnacho. Zirkzee's 87th minute strike saw him added to the list of players to recently score on their Manchester United debuts, while becoming an instant fan favourite. Joshua Zirkzee's goal was a dream start for the Netherlands international, a summer signing from Bologna for a fee of £36 million. Zirkzee's volley was the perfect way to get started, avoiding the long wait for a goal Rasmus Højlund experienced in the Premier League last season. United fans compared Zirkzee to Dimitar Berbatov with the deftness of his touch in the final third. Zirkzee explained that Erik ten Hag told him to bring energy when he came on, and he certainly did that. The forward wrote on Instagram following the win, "Great start, thanks Old Trafford for the warm welcome." He received a number of congratulatory messages, including from his former Bayern Munich teammate Jamal Musiala, who he was recently on holiday with. Musiala left two fire emoji responses to Zirkzee's post. The Dutch star had recently admitted he had asked Musiala about joining him at Old Trafford. Joshua Zirkzee's goal was exactly what the team needed, and he is in with a real chance of starting next weekend away at Brighton. Zirkzee was on the bench due to his fitness, which he is still building up after missing the preseason tour. Brighton will be a tricky side to face, winning 3-0 away at Everton in their opener, with new manager Fabian Hürzeler in charge. United are just getting warmed up, and Brighton will be a big test ahead of a showdown against Liverpool at Old Trafford. If Zirkzee can continue his scoring streak, it will be most welcome, with Rasmus Højlund also due to return after the Liverpool game. Exciting times ahead for Manchester United. With a solid defence now, firepower in attack, and a possible combative midfield with Ugarte's arrival, United can be really competitive this season. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay tuned and watch the next video.